Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Thank you for coming today. Everyone feels good today? If everyone's feeling good today, then let's continue. My name is Jalaluddin bin Mat Jamel and I am from CEE 2423C and my matrix number is 2021-834542. And today, I would like to present to you about my topic, e-sport gaming, where I would like to highlight and specific more about does e-sport count as a sport. Okay, before we continue to the next part here, let me ask you, do you guys know the definition or terms about the sport? If you guys don't know, then let me explain. Technically, the definition of a sport is an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team compete against one or another for entertainment. By this definition, you can see that e-sport absolutely can be considered as a sport, right? Why I say like that is because e-sport teams which built by a 5-man considered a teamwork seems like a sport, right? Absolutely, e-sport can be considered as a sport. Okay, let's go to the next part. Oh wait, before that, let me ask you guys, do you guys have a hobby playing video games? Okay, I bet you guys have a hobby playing video games, right? Okay, if you guys have a talent playing video games, you should consider turning your talent to play game as a career by joining tournament with e-sport team. Then, your career as an e-sport player will be developed and been recognized by a big team such as Team Secret, Team Liquid, OG, EG, and Navi. Okay, let's go to the next part. In April, media reported that a memorandum understanding between Serba Sembilan Berhad and other major stockholders to develop a Selangor Esport City. This is seen as a potential that would help boost the growth of e-sport. It is also will be recognized and acknowledged by the whole people that e-sport can be considered as a sport. Okay, also some fact here is in 2019, Malaysia has hosted two big tournaments. The Kuala Lumpur Major, which was Dota 2 tournament, and M1 MLBB World Championship tournament. By showing this tournament, we can see that Malaysia is serious about e-sport and recognize it as a sport. Also, it shows that Malaysia welcoming the e-sport as a sport. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Here is on why we should consider e-sport as a sport. Number one here, as you can see here, is e-sport being acknowledged at a big tournament such as Commonwealth and SEA Games. And number two here is e-sport has been recognized by school, private university and college. Also, you can see e-sport and sport share the same philosophy. Okay, why I say like that? Okay, let's go to the next part. Okay, my main point number one here is e-sport being acknowledged at a big tournament such as Commonwealth and SEA Games. Why? We can see that Malaysia has already started sending its e-sport team to be on international platforms such as SEA Games and Commonwealth Games. And some fact here in 2022, Malaysia has sent 3 teams where all 3 of them secure a gold medal for a Commonwealth Game Esport Championship. And also, in 2022, Malaysia team known as the Yudo Gang has been crowned as a champion of PMPLC, known as a PUBG Mobile Professional League Southeast Asia. That's a very good thing. And from our point of view here is the achievement that we can see here at a high level and at a very prestige level, it shows that esport has been recognized by the world like sports. Correct, right? Okay. Also, the fact here is the success of a local esport athlete have inspired many young people to taking up professional gaming career in the future. And there is no more doubt that Malaysia has a great potential. Okay, let's go to the next. Oh, before that, let me explain about the picture here is, okay, if you guys see about the contingent here, about a guy here is, he's already secured a gold medal in 2022 Commonwealth Game, LOL. And the next picture here is a girl, a gold medalist, Dota 2 player. And the next one is a gold medalist e-football game. And the next is a Malaysia contingent that participate in Commonwealth Games in 2022. Okay, now let's go to the next slide. Okay, the next point is esport has been acknowledged by schools and private university and college. Okay, for the first time in Malaysia, we are seeing a private university and college giving scholarship to esport athlete. I never thought that they acknowledge esport as a sport, but at last we are starting somewhere. Okay, if you guys see this picture here is, it is a Toda opening a booth to recruit or to promote about the Toda Academy, which is academy will build people that high school graduate above 18 years old to become a professional esport player or a background player, which known as analysis or tactical gaming, or also known as content creator. That's a very optimistic or positive thing that Toda organization has built for their academy. And if you guys notice, there's esport competition at school and university, right? And I think school and university administration starting to take notice that the rise in popularity of esport. Okay, from this point of view, we can look for a young talent that can develop their career to maximum peak and set and grow their career so that it will become an asset for their organization, team and country. And let's go to the next part here. Next slide. Okay. The next slide here is esport and sport have shared the same philosophy. Why I say like that is because in sport, most of the time there are practice, training and many other things. Sports player do the physically and mentally prepare for their games, right? For their next game, right? Seems like a competitive gamer, they share the same philosophy and of rigorous training and practice. Though there is probably not as much as a emphasis training of a physical training of a sports athlete, but you cannot say like that because some esport players still spend ridiculous amount of time practicing and training to get a quick reaction and make a critical decision during the match. That's a very critical thinking, very high level IQ. For example, Team Liquid has said that they spend 8 hours a day training, screaming against other pro or challenger teams at higher level to practicing make a perfect game for them to win the Dota 2 in T9. Okay. Both of esport and sport consist of a person or team that compete against one or another to complete an objective like scoring goal or being the quickest to complete the quest. So the two things here is seems like for example, soccer or known as football, they need to score a goal to win, right? And for a Dota 2, they need to complete the objective to destroy the shrine to win, right? It is a very same philosophy, right? Okay. Finally, esport are sport. The risk of physical or prowess doesn't make a sport. It is a competitive drive or sportsmanship and the personality of the player that make sport is a sport. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, for the conclusion here, as we have seen, esport popularity continue to grow and soon will become mainstream as like the sports in the upcoming years. Okay. According to the Business Insider article, esport viewership are expected to grow 9% from 2019 to 2023. That's a very impressive thing. Okay. Right now, you are already full of knowledge and understandable on why we should consider esport as a sport, and you should be able to differentiate the stigma of that esport is not a sport. And also in general, there should be a mindset that consider no matter esport or sport, but when comes to a competitive with sportsmanship and playing with full of heart, it is a sport. Okay, right? Okay, before we close the presentation, okay, let me tell you, esport are a world in which we find innovator, creator, makers and performer, space which we collaborate and compete. Okay, that's all. Thank you.